Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back, lords and ladies. This is your liege lord, the Godless Gamer, welcoming you back to Bohemian Rhapsody. This is episode 55. I'm going to start by apologizing for the last episode. I sounded horrible, kind of getting over a slight cold. And after listening to myself while I was editing the last episode, I just sounded horrible. I probably still do sound a little, sick, but I'm going to be try to be more clear and try to sound better and just do y'all a favor and not sound ridiculous. So let's hope that we let's hope that we sound better this episode, and that I just don't embarrass myself. I sounded horrible. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Let's hit the continue button. I've got something really exciting to talk about. It has to do with Dynasty of Many Crowns. I achieved so many things between the episodes. I feel like I have so much fun during the realm management, and you guys don't get to see that. So, since you're here with me, I just want to tell you about what I was able to do, because it's going to help us with Dynasty of Many Crowns. Remember, I think we have six now. We have six, the five that we've got already, and then Lothringia is the one that's in the wings that we're waiting for. So technically, we have six of the required titles. I was able to grab two more, so this is going to give us eight. I was able to grab Italy, the King of Italy's grandson, the one that's going to inherit the throne in the future. I was able to arrange a matrilineal marriage or a matrilineal betrothal between him and a dynasty member. So we've got Italy in the bag. That's Italy towards our decision. We have to wait, of course. We have to wait a couple of generations. We have to wait for the his dad to die and yada yada yada. But we've planted the seed. We've planted the seed. So Italy is going to be a part of our Dynasty of Many Crowns, so I got that. I was able to grab Brittany as well. Same situation. King of Brittany's primary heir, his first grandson, so the one that's going to eventually inherit the throne. I was also able to arrange a betrothal matrilineal between him and a dynasty member. So that's Brittany also planted the seed. So that's eight. I'm thinking about two other ones to give us the 10, but it's going to be a little trickier. Now, I have an evil plan in mind, and that's why I'm so excited. I have an evil plan that I'm going to try to execute, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun doing something that I don't normally do, which is try to work for something where I have to kill people. And what do I mean by that? I haven't even talked about that yet, so let's talk about it. East Francia is another kingdom that I want to get for Dynasty of Many Crowns. But the way that I thought I was going to be able to get it fell through. It's not going to happen. So, the primary heir of East Francia has a son already. It's going to be basically impossible for me to arrange a matrilineal marriage with the first son. See, we're going to matrilineal marriage minus 1,000. That's because he's the first in line eventually. He will be the king. But I'm willing to bet the Baroness Euphemia is going to give him another son, so he'll have two sons. That son will be more likely to accept a matrilineal marriage. The only problem is that I'm gonna have to murder this kid. So in order for me to get what I want, I have to kill a kid. But I don't think I'm very skilled enough yet. Freddy is only 11 intrigue, and if I want this murder to go through realistically, the best chances that I have are to help Freddy along and do something that I haven't done in a while and get into the intrigue lifestyle. I think I'm going to get into the intrigue lifestyle. We'll do skullduggery focus. It'll increase my intrigue, give me a higher chance of being able to invite agents to help me murder these kids. And we're going to spend a little bit of time in the intrigue lifestyle, and we're going to go down the schemer tree. We're going to get truth is relative. We'll grab swift execution, murder scheme power plus 30%, and we're also going to grab a job done right. Hostile scheme success chance plus 25%. So we're going to be a bit of an evil start here for Freddy, even though we haven't been in control of him very long. And I initially started going down the learning lifestyle. We're stuck in this lifestyle until we get all the perks that we can, until we can get out and get into the intrigue. But once we can, we'll get into intrigue and we'll try to help our ability, or will help Freddy's ability to kill people, because that's what we need to do for East Francia. That's 9, and then the 10th one is Africa. Same deal as East Francia. I have to murder some people. So we're gonna be evil, and we're gonna get into the intrigue lifestyle, and we're gonna get this Dynasty of Many Crowns decision done and taken care of. We're gonna have to wait for it to eventually take effect and be able to do it, but at least we've planted the seeds and made sure that we're gonna be able to complete this decision. Now, my wife is about to give birth, and I am terrified. I don't want her to have any more sons. She's going to be childbearing for quite a while. She still has 12 more years of childbearing, but since I have a goal, we're just going to have to roll with the punches and see what she gives birth to. Something that I can do to help, I mentioned this in another episode. I think it was the last one. We have this brooch here that's increasing my fertility. If I want to help myself not have so many children, I might be better suited just getting rid of this. And I have an idea. We're going to take an artifact that's not doing anything for me, that's just sitting around, preferably one of my crowns. One of the crowns that's just sitting here not doing anything. I thought I had more than that. I'm forging one. Once this crown is forged, we'll compare it to the one that we're wearing, and whatever's the worst one, the better one we'll wear, the worst one will turn into a pedestal item, and then we'll replace that brooch that's increasing my fertility. Let's try to not have so many kids. We had daughters. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you, Crusader Kings 3. Thank you so much. Traditionally, we're going to name one of our daughters after their mother. We don't have a daughter that's named after their mom. And then this last one we'll just leave up to RNG. Marie Mercury? I love it. So we didn't have any sons. Thank you. That's a huge weight off my shoulders. That's one less thing for me to have to worry about. So we got our first learning perk. We know that our heir is unmarried. We're going to let him age a bit. I promised that I'd go on a hunt. I didn't forget. We are going to do that, but just very quickly, let me take a look at things. I've got my Realm Priest converting that county that I need to convert. Once he's done, we'll get him back to the real job that he needs to do, and that's fabricating claims. But let's convert this first. It's less than 2 years. That's not too bad. And here we go, starting the episode with a poem. What man does not hope to rest when tired? I'm already getting death poems, and I've been on the throne. I've been on the throne for like a year. I'm feeling good, and I'm already getting death poems. What man does not hope to rest when tired? His work surrounding the happy retired. And when their final hour nears, hope shall their name brings cheers. Get out of my face. I am going to live a long life. Leave me alone. I should keep a tally of all the death poems that I get during his reign. I should count them. Let me confirm that those marriages went through, just so I don't look like a fool. Primary heir, his son, betrothed, matrilineal. Italy. Primary heir, first son, betrothed, matrilineally, dynasty member. Perfect. Let's go on this hunt. We're not doing anything else. I made a promise and I aim to keep it. When one of my vassals asks me to do something within the realm of reason, I'll do it. And we are a new ruler and we don't have the hunter trait yet, so I don't see any problem. We do have a little bit of stress as well. So let's go on a hunt. Let's have some fun with Freddy and let's get him the hunter trait. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try to befriend one of my counselors if they're here. Because I haven't gotten the befriend skill in the lifestyle yet. So I can't befriend people, but I can get around that. And I can befriend my spy master. I think I'm going to do that. And let's go on a hunt. Whoops, I should have chose... I didn't choose the place, personally. Okay, whatever. We're going where we're going. We're being spontaneous. I forgot to choose the place. Sorry, guys. I'm getting too excited. I've noticed that Jost avoids me more than usual. He always sits at the opposite end of the table whenever we're invited to a feast, and consistently refuses my company while camping. We may not have the best of relationships, but that attitude is starting to tire me, especially when I overhear him defaming me. Freddy is a loathsome lummox. I'd be a way better emperor than him. How dare you? He's my brother-in-law. He's my rival. That's why this is kind of happening. But I don't want to stress out. This Freddy is calm. So let's spend a little bit of prestige. I think that's going to be the best option for us. Just take a breath, Freddy. We're here to relieve stress. We're not going to let some pissant stress us out. The better man ignores him. As we traverse the flatlands, trudging through the grass, we encounter a modest, wayward shrine. Naively carved, it sports a cross at its head, and below the weathered words, "Here lay Saint Bratislav of Nitra, blessed son of Tekov." Saint Bratislav of Nitra, it seems a local spiritual figure, is being patronized in these parts. One not sanctioned by the Catholic clergy. If I have an opportunity to increase my piety... we're gonna become a religious icon eventually. I don't think this 50 piety is gonna be worth it. Let's do this one. Everything looks good about this one, so we're gonna do that. Everything was green. Green means good, so that's the one I do. Uh-oh, Freddy wants to try some food. On our way through Pest, we appear to have stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamor around exotic food stalls, the air thick with fragrances I never had imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stall stacked with a dish I can only dream of. I am pulled out of my haze by a halting grasp of frivolous lava. Don't waste your palate on this slop, my lord. Bowls of stew are for peasants. We have much finer foods at home. How do the peasants feel about me in this particular place? They're neutral. They're completely neutral. I take some stress because I'm temperate. Not worth it. No slop for you, Freddy. You can't have it. Some little kid just joined my court. With his shifty eyes. The fields of Kegled are a sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem luscious. I quickly track down the source of the verdancy, spotting a man standing in a field, seemingly holding a lecture of some sort to a gathering of listeners. My name is Master Marek. He notices me in the distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast, yes, incomparably vast, so stay a while and listen. Now, I would love to become a gardener. I would love it. 50-50 chance. I like those odds. Even if we don't get it, for 10 years we get a nice health boost in learning +2. This is an amazing event. Thank you so much. Putting me in such a great mood. Please become a gardener, Freddy. You know you want to. Come on, man. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. And our crown just finished. Yes, I am just pumped right now. Prestige, tyranny loss, courtly vassal opinion, parochial vassal opinion. Alright, it's not that great, unfortunately. But I'm still going to do what I said I was going to do. We're going to get rid of this brooch and stop making us so fertile. We don't need to be so fertile anymore. We're going to put that aside. And we're gonna reforge the crown that we just made. If I can find it. It's not a court artifact. We're gonna reforge it into a pedestal item. And we're gonna put that on display. Let's check it out. It is a crown, so I'll give it that, but it's false advertising. Alright. We did lose a knight as well, because getting rid of that brooch lost us one of our knights. But apparently they're still around. I have 13 out of 12. I'm not going to ask any questions. We're just going to not pay attention to that. Alright, finally onto the hunt. I only have myself to blame for going such a long distance. A change in circumstances? Oh my goodness, I thought this was like a betrothal cancel that would be the last thing I wanted. Boleslav, the grandfather of my hostage, Janek, has lost his lands, and our pact finds itself suddenly without purpose. Janek is free to take his leave and rejoin his family, if he so chooses. I just lost a... I had a hostage, apparently? Did I have the hostage, or did somebody else have one of my... I don't care. I actually think it was somebody that... It was one of my people being released. Another cadet branch? Oh my god, my wife is pregnant again. For real? Freddy, you horny boy. I didn't get a notification. Isn't the game supposed to tell me that? Or maybe I did get a notification and I'm just an idiot. There's a very high possibility of that. Damn you. Freddy is just very anxious. He wants more children. King Borak, your master of the hunt, summons the party to gather as the light reaches the hunting grounds nestled in Solznock's woods. Many gamekeepers and flushers have been poring over the area for tracks and fumes. They is clearly a stout boar in the area. Dangerous but worthy game. This ought to be fun. They still haven't fixed that grammatical error. Waiting for words from the scent hounds, the party rests in a shaded copse. Markvart stands not far off. This is my chance to impress him. So let's hope this works. We want to befriend our spy master. Markvart, how are you? It's not often we get a chance to talk, I open informally. He seems surprised but not hostile to my conversation. Appeal to his active side, appeal to his compassionate side, appeal to his diligent side, appeal to his stewarding side. Well, he's definitely not compassionate. He definitely isn't diligent either. His stewardship is kind of high. Let's go for the stewarding side. Markbart seems to have much in common with me, eager to share methods of forest and game management. When we move on, we can hardly be separated. I knew I would find the right words to win him over. We grew closer to forming a friendship. My vassal Borak is crouched down in the ground, humming cheerfully, picking violets. He appears to have lost all interest in the hunt. Emperor, what a bounty of nature. Look at these plants. Truly, the wealth of the earth knows no bounds. We do not appreciate these simple treasures enough. Now, under normal circumstances, I would tell him to get back on his horse. But we did just become a gardener, so I think Freddy can relate to this guy. The success chance is going to go down a little bit, though. But we're going to relieve a whole bunch of stress. And we're going to be befriending this guy. This guy is one of our powerful vassals. Maybe that'll be helpful to befriend him. I don't think we became friends. My daughter just grew up. My vassal King Borak is the first to spot its sharpened tusks. The powerful board is hard to distinguish, but there's no doubt it's there, observing us through the dense undergrowth. It locks eyes with me and, almost as though the animal senses my intent, suddenly takes off in a flash of brown fur. I'm gonna try to ambush it. I think ambushes have worked for us in the past, so... My ignorant rival? He's my rival? Crouches in the dense trees ahead of me, fully concentrated on the approaching boar. I glance around surreptitiously. This might be the best opportunity I get, so I have a chance to kill my rival. No. I mean, I am trying to be evil. I do want to start killing people, but specific people, not just any old guy. He loves us. I'm really hoping that we actually bury the hatchet soon, but I'm not going to kill him. Come on, Freddy, get your head on straight. We're trying to get a boar here. We watch for the boar from our concealed bow line, tensing with anticipation as the flusher's cries and baying hounds grow louder. The dark boar suddenly leaps into the clearing ahead, tusks flailing, charging straight toward us in terror. So we're going to try to kill it, 65% chance. That's pretty good. We got it. I carefully take aim as the boar charges toward us, trotters pounding the mud. The arrow strikes true, straight into the beast's heart. Yes. Heeding the call of the wild is an adventure, and this outing delivered the good and the bad in abundance. There's nothing quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. King Borak, the master of the hunt, directs the breaking up, deftly skinning the carcass with precision and speed. We place the eager dog's share of the spoils on the stretched hide before departing for camp and home. So we got a new wall ornament that's going to give us renown, so I'm actually going to take a look and see what we're... Domain taxes plus 1%. 1% doesn't sound like a lot. But we relieved all of our stress. We gained the Trained Hunter. We just got ourselves some more prestige, which is going to get us to Exalted Amongst Men quicker. The Knight of the Fat Bottoms got 80 glory. President of the Freddie Mercury fan club gained 80 glory. So very nice. Every one of my guests got some prestige too. Nice. Alright, let's check it out. It's not as good as either of these. I'm getting more renown from this one. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm getting less prestige, though. Too bad. That's too bad. I would have preferred an item that I can put here. Like another boar tusk or something. Okay, Freddy, let's go home. We've got an evil plan to hatch. So get out of the learning lifestyle, let's get these perks, and let's get into the intrigue, and let's start putting ourselves on the throne of a bunch of different kingdoms. The procession has ground to a halt a stone's throw away from Zadar. I look over to see my knight Lambert dismounted and intensely staring. Here we go again. Another stupid ant path. Another man who considers himself a man. He's one of my acclaimed knights. Which one is he? Which one is he? He's the knight of the fat bottoms, and he's so superstitious that he's afraid to go around some ant paths. My great-grandfather did it, he never returned home. So another person that deserved to die to thin out the species of idiots, or just to spare us. It's going to delay us for 5 days. I suppose that's not too much time, but I really hate that event. I'm sick of all these men calling themselves men, afraid to go around an ant path. The high altitude of the brisk air of Koslov has a very refreshing quality. As we traverse the local hill fort, the soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I move in closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I am approached by the local captain, Litolt. Would you like to join in, my lord? I can become a rough terrain expert. 80% chance of rough terrain expert. 20% chance of reckless. 80% chance. So, Freddy, not only did we become a hunter, not only did we become a gardener, now we have a chance to get a commander trait. I didn't know what to call it. Let's get it. 80%. We got reckless. Are you serious? Freddy! An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I am Yusuf of Prague. I have bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly, all those fights are dull. So here I am, on this road looking for someone better than me, someone I can learn from. He's hideous. This isn't gonna start a dueling event, but I am gonna fight him. I'm gonna duel him. Oh wait, no, he's gonna join my court if I do that. I don't know if I want that to happen. I'm gonna trample him. His prowess isn't that impressive. Nothing really about him is impressive, and this hideous trait just makes it even worse. I just didn't like him. A son. I knew it. He's perfect. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Please stop having... Please stop having kids. Teddy, Freddy... Wow, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. Teddy, Freddy... Do I have to go back into the past to figure out some names? Eddie, that's right. Hello, Edward. Now, please stop. Keep it in your pants, Freddy. I was thinking about it. So my heir is done learning languages. We taught him 3 languages. I thought I would have been able to get more in there, but not quite. Send him to university. Actually, I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to make him my ward for now. And then when we figure out what kind of education will suit him, really, I'm actually thinking about giving him a learning education. Just to maybe make him more likely to want to take the vows if I have to do it. We'll just raise him for now. Most likely going to give him a learning education. That screws up my line of succession even more, so... Actually, it's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. He's only going to get a county, this kid. So our succession laws that we've been kind of doing in the background, this is helping in a way. It's still not managing the line of succession completely in like for us to take everything, which is ideally what you want. You want everything. You don't want your realm to break up at all, and you don't want to lose any land. Like, I'm going to be losing some counties that I actually, like, want to keep. Prirovs, Joe Schmo, like, those are really developed counties, and it would still suck to lose them. But technically, it wouldn't make things bad. My realm wouldn't fragment at all. So, I wouldn't have to worry about that, but having high partition is really nice. It's making things a little bit better for us, so... He's not inheriting as many titles as he might have if we were still in, like, the regular partition laws. So things aren't bad. We just can't have too many sons. Like, it can't be ridiculous. Just don't want it to be ridiculous. So alright, you two, you've had 7 children already. No more. Is my realm priest done converting this yet? He isn't. My son just grew a mustache on his own. I didn't have to do it for him. That's a good sign. I take that as a good sign that my son knows his responsibility. He's got a unique mustache. I like it. He's going to keep it. He can have it. He's keeping it. Alright. Go on speed 5. I feel like I haven't let a lot of time go by. Interesting, my son wants to be gregarious. Or diligent. He's going to struggle with stress loss a little bit, but we're going to be setting him up pretty nicely. He's going to get 8 skill points. I'm going to take a little bit of stress for him, and I think I'm going to give him diligent. Diligent is like one of the really good perks. Like, obviously, minus 50% stress loss stinks. I was in the middle of thought. Yeah, sure, it stinks, but it's pretty good. I mean, it gives you 8 skill points. I can negotiate, finally, an external alliance with the King of Lotharingia because he's married to my, my niece. And his children, he had a son, which is good. That's really good. So he had a son, and that means that we are securely going to get one of our dynasty members on the throne of Lotharingia. So that's what I like to see. But now we can negotiate an alliance with him, which I will accept. He's got 16,000 men. But he's currently at war, and I'm willing to bet he's negotiating this alliance. Or the second I negotiate this, he's going to call me to war. I'm going to do it for him now. We want him to remain a kingdom. We don't want him to become anything less than a king. So I'll help him if he calls me. We're really close. It's just right across Angria. Just trespass in Angria, and it's not that far away. Some more renown. Let's check our progress. Not too much. I know I keep checking a lot. I'm sorry, but I'm very OCD. I don't want to lose on an opportunity to teach any of these kids languages. It's my duty as a dad is to cram as many languages into their head and set them up for success. Somebody wants to make me a throne. There's something we haven't taken a... So, the throne that we have right now is actually amazing. I'm gonna let her make one anyway. Most likely not gonna be better than my throne, but... Let's patronize some artisans and maybe we'll get lucky. You never know. Realm Priest, are you done yet? Yes. Now get to work, mister. We're going to try to get everything. We want to take all of White Rus in one complete war. It's going to take us a little bit of time, admittedly. We have a lot of counties to get, but that time will just fly by. I still can't switch out of learning yet. As I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing such small symbols? I squint and try again. Is this Freddy gonna get stuck wearing glasses too, like the last one? Nothing short of a miracle. With the aid of stone glass, even old men struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. I gained 300 learning lifestyle. I think this is going to give us glasses, but that's a decent amount of lifestyle. Yeah. So, like father, like son, Freddy's going to wear glasses. And I'll keep them. I'll keep them, huh? I just find it funny. Did we just lose some land? No, we didn't. Differences in faith. In the country of Gnezdovo, they believe in Khuzarism, and they do not pray to God. Patriarch Vesnana condemns it as heresy, but the people ask for understanding. No, they will pray to God. Where is this? What county? Oh, this is one of the fresh lands that I just conquered, and it's going to eventually convert itself. So we just have problems going on in the place that we already knew it was heretical. I thought that heresy was spreading in my realm, but we already knew about this. They will pray to God. It will be easier to convert faith in county in this place for 30 years. Okay. I just had twin grandsons. One is a little better looking than the other one, even though they're twins. So glad I got this Italian one. I'm so proud of myself. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not dreaming and that I didn't mess up at all. Nope, we got him. I bump into a very grave looking Euphemia, my carpenter, hoping that she doesn't bring ill news of the splendid throne that she should soon have ready for me. Whoops. Oh, there you are, my liege. I have hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure, not pleasure. Pressure... Pressure mounts, she laughs nervously. I just need some inspiration. Mighty Emperor, might you have some prior examples? We're not letting her take our old throne. I'm not risking my old one. I know what you need. It just lost some progress. These are my holdings? Very tempted to start converting my culture here. It's only going to take 4 years. Slutsk? That's really what it says. Slutsk. Alright, we're taking it. We just lost our priest who had 22 learning. That's a hard bar to, or that's a high skill to try to get over. Oh, 20, not bad. And he's 48 isn't really young, but he's not ancient. Okay, so we got a good realm priest. We got lucky there. When we talk about life, my wife and I often agree. I just know that Olga understands how I view the world. Alright. Let's hope this is just them getting along and not them feeling the urge to get pregnant again. It's not better. A regal throne of masterful craftsmanship. The frame is constructed from solid walnut posts and the seat is cushioned with samite pillows. Cool. I could give it to one of my kings. Let's give it to the king of Ruthenia, the one that I just made. He can actually use it because he's a king and he has a court. It's not doing anything for me, just sitting in my junk drawer. So let's be nice to our nephew. And help him out a little bit. I get carefree. Still can't switch yet. I'll get my daughters educated. Let's not let that go for too long. Not only does their tutor, or not only does their guardian have to have like a pretty good skill level with the education that I want to give them, but I want them to have personality traits that they might pass on to their ward that will help them with the skill that they're trying to do. So if I want to I'm giving her an intrigue education, so let's try to give her a guardian who's going to have intrigue skills, like cynical. That would be good. Paranoid. Just is anti-intrigue, so we don't want that. Everybody has just. My hostage, apparently. I can give her to her. She's diligent, ambitious, and patient. It's just that so many people are just. I could give her to my spy master, sure. He meets all the criteria, but I don't want her to be vindictive, or I don't want her to be deceitful. But these are all intrigue. I guess I might as well. We'll send her to university, too. Wow. This one we're gonna do diplomacy. Generous is good. Just gives you more diplomacy per level of fame, so she'll get some diplomacy from getting just. I like this guy. He has a 4-dimensional personality. He's got 4 traits. Yeah. Now, don't convert her culture. We want her to stay Czech, but we want to send her to university. Okay. Wow, that took way too much time. That's why I kind of take care of that stuff between the episodes, because it's just tedious. I know some of you might appreciate it, but it just slows things, kind of. But I didn't want to abandon my daughters. I want to educate them. They're growing up, so they're starting to get their personality traits. My son wants to be just. Temperate, diligent, and just. That's a great spare son, I'll be honest. We're going to let Freddy take the throne, but God forbid something happens to Freddy. We have a good son. Oh, something else that I noticed, I misspelled Freddy's name, so when we take control of him, I have to respell it. I forgot the E. Whoops. He still hasn't had a second son yet. She still has time to... Oh, she's pregnant. She is pregnant. I just couldn't tell. Like, no offense, not trying to be mean or anything. But normally the character, like, has their hands up to their belly, like they're pregnant. But she is pregnant. Hopefully she's carrying a son. I'm gonna pin her. Oh, I already have her pinned. I'm just gonna keep her open. We're just gonna watch it. She's 4 months pregnant. And my wife is pregnant again. You get a pregnancy, and you get a pregnancy, and you get a pregnancy. I'm begging you, please. Do I have any trinket items that I have equipped that are increasing my fertility? No, I don't. They just love each other so damn much that they felt the need to have 8 children. She still has 9 more years of childbearing left. What have I gotten myself into? This is what happens when you marry a super young wife. This woman with this huge chin wants something. Agnes the Adulterer is a figure of disdain at court, haunted by social ostracism, and the butt of many a sordid joke. My failure to condemn and continue proximity to this unfaithful wretch is perceived as open tolerance, tarnishing my court's reputation in the eyes of the clergy and faithful. They have forced my hand, and I must now decide whether my courtier's crimes outweigh my affections for her. Surely something must be done, as courtiers Our courtier is really so hard to replace. What is she doing for me? She's not doing anything for me. She just has some unpressed claims. Her brother-in-law is one of my acclaimed knights. I think if I tell her to leave, he's gonna go too. If I tell her I can't host her anymore. Tell her to repent and become a nun. A giant nun. It's kind of... Her skills are going to waste because she's giant and Amazonian. But that's what happens. I mean, if you didn't get caught, I wouldn't have cared. I just got gout. My court is renowned for having luxuriant, relentless servings of food. As my feet start swelling, it dawns that many of us might have to prepare for relentless pain, too. You have my sympathies, my lord. I have a few ideas which might lessen the symptoms of your gout. So I'm willing to bet that if I take extreme measures, she's gonna cut off one of my limbs. She's gonna cut one of my feet off or something. Attraction opinion -5. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise, and my wife will probably be sick of having kids with me. I didn't want to risk becoming one-legged or something. Freddy's only 55 and he's having troubles. My sister and my friend died. And I have a whole bunch of stress. Another one of my daughters just came of age. We're running a little low on time. I want to get her married, but I'll take care of that myself when I have a little bit more free time to look around at things. Right now, I'm not concerned about it. We need to relieve some stress right now. I can meditate in seclusion. Only through meditation can we come to understand the true nature of the universe. Though it means neglecting my other responsibilities by retreating into seclusion for meditation, I may learn more about myself and the universe I inhabit. Embarking on an inner journey through meditation is no trivial thing. Many preparations will need to be made, the least of which is deciding where I shall retreat to. The location I choose to meditate in will heavily influence the outcome of my journey. So I'm going somewhere? I'm going on a trip? This is a safe and easy place to meditate in if I just do it at home. This is also safe and easy. More likely to lose stress at this location. More likely to gain personal insights. Okay, so the things get better, it's just more risk. Let's take the middle path, like, not the easiest, but not the hardest. That is ridiculous. That is a long trip, Freddy. This will decrease the travel time if I do superior mounts. I'm just going to be completely lazy and do it in my own castle. I'm sure I'll have another opportunity to do that in the future. Unavailable until 3 years from now. So in 3 years, I can try that again, and then we'll have more fun with it. But the only purpose I need for it right now is to relieve some stress. And we had a daughter. Thank you. Betty, Debbie, Olga, Marie, Marie Mercury. I like Sophia. My court physician just became a wise woman. Euphemia has decided that her time in Prague has come to an end. The servants have packed her chest, and she has said her farewells. Forgive me. With Euphemia goes her claim on the Principality of Upper Bosnia. If I want to press it and make her my vassal, this is my last chance. No, I don't care. She's disloyal anyway. She would be a horrible vassal. Good riddance. It's not much stress relief, but it's something. Retreating to the privacy of my chambers, I begin an extended period of fasting and meditation. Unburdened by the trite concerns of everyday court life, I soon find myself spending more time just enjoying simple pleasures in life. Okay, it wasn't a lot. Obviously. If I train for a tournament, can I relieve some stress? I can become strong. There's a chance of us becoming strong. 27% chance. Nope. I just increased my prowess by 1. That is permanent, but we didn't become strong. Now, there's a lot of ways I can relieve my stress by doing something really long, but we are about to end it, and I didn't want to drag this on for you guys too long. Just don't want to go too long. It's just that I don't want the videos to be too long, because I feel like, you know, if they're a little bit shorter, they're a little bit more digestible. It's like an hour and 20 minutes can be a little intimidating. Okay, so my antiquarian said this isn't a fake. This woman's bringing me some armor, or what is it? A spear. And she lied. She totally lied to me. It's a piece of crap. This armor, on the other hand, will not be a piece of crap. All of these peasant factions have been slowly going away over time, I've been noticing, which is really good. Now, I really would have liked to get some conquest for you guys in this episode. And I could, technically, because we have some claims against the White Russ. But I don't want there to be I don't want to have to deal with a truce. Let's just get it all in one big grab. It makes the most sense. And we'll just do that the next episode. But instead, you know what I got for you instead, guys? I got you a groveling session. Do you appreciate that? Now, I'm avoiding getting restraint because I keep getting flack in the comments from you guys. It's like, stop being celibate all the time. And I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to stick with that. So you know what? In 3 years, in the year 1200, we'll be able to start getting our cultural fascinations. So let's just get scientific now. And I'll restrain from getting restraint. This time we're getting into skullduggery. We're going to start going down the schemer tree. And only once we've got all 3 of these will I attempt a murder scheme. Because if you try to attempt a murder scheme and too early, if you abandon it or it goes wrong, you have to wait a whole bunch of time to try to do another one. So we're just going to wait until we got all 3 of these perks, and then we'll start doing those murders that we want to do. But here we go, groveling session. Come on, guys, I know you're excited. Who isn't excited for grovelers? My son is. Steward Prokop is visibly motivated by some grand proposal. Great Emperor, there is much potential in your county of Turov for a regional center of commerce and artisans. With funds for construction, the groundwork for the area's first city would be laid in Silo by consolidating villages. Turov. I've completely neglected this county. And he wants to build a city here, and that's the one thing that this county doesn't have. So sure. One of my guards approaches me with my guest Tepes in chains trailing behind him. I caught Tepes here in the process of sending sensitive information to foreign spies. What should we do with him? If I execute him, his family isn't going to appreciate it very much, but he's only one of my guests, and he is a spy. He's been caught as a spy. Off with his head. All your guests lose 5 opinion of you. Off with his head. A provincial merchant steps forward, clearly out of his element, in my rich halls. I beckon, come man, we don't have all day. Yes, my lord, he stammers. I am Victek, representing the disgruntled traders and freemen of Bitov, Joshmo's greatest city. Dietrich, our mayor, is a barrier to commerce and the town's interests. We humbly ask he be replaced. I can just compensate him. I love being rich. Take stress and have a mental break? No. Take stress and have a mental break? No. Give him some money and not stress out? Money solves all problems. Okay, I just became friends with my son. Okay, taking a deep breath. All right. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. I know this is one of the few episodes where we didn't get any conquest, and I know that a lot of time didn't initially go by. I tried to make up for it by being in speed 5 for the rest of the episode. I know I did a lot of talking, but I'm still happy. I still like how this episode turned out, except the 7 billion children that we're having. And my wife and I just need to calm down, that's all. But this has been a great one. I do like what happened. Confirmed two more kingdoms in our Dynasty of Many Crowns in the future. We got it. And once we become an evil genius and we become a master murderer, we'll start murdering people. We'll get somebody on the throne of East Francia, and we'll get somebody on the throne of Africa, and that'll be every single one that we need for Dynasty of Many Crowns. Then we can do that. And then once we get that decision out of the way, we can focus on conquest, and then we can try to consecrate bloodline as well. So a lot of good things happening, guys. So I really, really like where this is going. Like this episode, loved it. It was a little tense sometimes, but that's okay. Had a great time. Hope you guys did too. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, everyone. Show your appreciation. Hit that like button. Let me know you like this video. Leave your comments in the bottom there. Love responding to you guys. Got some great comments in the last one, so I really appreciate it. And if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button already. Become an awesome lord or lady, and join us for future episodes of Bohemian Rhapsody, guys. But this has been fun. Hope to see you again next episode, episode 56. Hope to see you there. But until then, have a good one, guys.